Hey everyone, and welcome back to the series on Python. In this session, we are going to take an introduction to loops. Let's see what a loop is. So, what is a loop? In programming, a loop is a collection of instructions that is executed repeatedly based on a certain condition. So, let's actually say, hold on a second. Let's say we have some instructions like print hello and then print world in two separate lines. So basically, this is what a collection of instructions. You can say this is a collection of two instructions, two print statements. Now, let's say we want to execute this until a separate condition is met, and that condition is, let's say, 2 is equal to 2. So, let's say if this condition is true, we want to do that. Uh, we want to execute this group of statements. So basically this condition is always true, so these conditions are these statements are always going to be executed. Now we have to set a condition that gets to false at some point. So let's say we created a variable a and stored a value of 2. Now we are checking the value of a. If it is equal to 2, we are basically executing this thing. And within the loop, or within these statements, somewhere we can also, if we want to change the value of a to be, let's say, 3, and if that is the case, this condition has to be false the next time it checks, right? So at that point in time, this loop will basically terminate or stop executing. So this is a loop. In loop, basically collection or a sequence of instructions is executed based on a certain condition. If that condition is false or true, those sequence or collection of instructions get executed, and based on that condition it stops executing them. Now Python contains two types of loops. The first one is for loop and the second one is while loop. Now we will see about each of them in separate sessions. This is just the introduction session on loops. So you can also say for loop as counting loop, because it's sort of like that. You will see in the next session where I will talk about for loop. So this is it for this session on introduction to loops. I hope this was uh, at least a little bit helpful to you. This was a very short and introduction session about loops. In the next session we will learn about for loops in detail. We will learn how can we use for loops for basically repeating certain instructions. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.